Board 2, we have a vulnerable four-spade bid by the Bridge Winners team. And so, Gavin, can you take us through your thinking on this auction after the Flannery opener?
Yeah, so I mean, when partner opened Flannery, I could very quickly visualize slam. If partner had a singleton diamond, it's pretty easy to see how we can make slam if they've got singleton diamond, ace king of hearts, and king of spades. That I'll likely. I mean, that's not quite enough, but that's only 11 points, obviously, and the range is 11 to 15. So I see the potential of slam. So I knew I wanted to. I did check what kind of hand my partner had. So I bid 2-0 asking. And what we play over 2-0 is that if he had a singleton diamond, he would immediately show it to me. He would bid 3 diamonds, short diamonds. And so when we bid 3 clubs, that showed short clubs. And that wasn't what I was looking for. But then I spent a little bit of time over 3 clubs. I didn't spend this much time before 2-0 because I knew I wanted to bid 2-0. So it was now that he bid 3 clubs that I really had to decide whether my hand still had interest in slam. And so I just sort of built hands and decided whether it was going to be possible for me to have a slam. So I know his range is 11 to 15, so I start thinking on the high end. Okay, he's got a singleton club, and let's say he's got king of spades, ace king of hearts, and the ace of diamonds. That's 14 points. And with that hand, there's a reasonable chance. That's a slam because I'm going to be able to throw away one of his diamonds on the king of clubs and trump out his hearts. I mean, I would like him to have the jack of spades. So there was a maximum that we have slam, but so my choices over 3 club shortness were to just end the hand in game, which is the route I took. 4 diamonds transferred him to 4 hearts to sign off somewhere. Or I could have made a slam try, a non-forcing slam try, by bidding 4 clubs, and he'll bid 4 diamonds, and then I bid 4 spades. Or I could drive to slam with keycard. Now, obviously, keycard was out of the question, so my choices were between, do I want to invite slam, or do I want to not invite slam? And my worry, the reason I eventually chose not to invite slam, was that I was concerned that there were some hands that were maximums that we aren't even close to slam. Like if Steve had ace, king, queen, 5th of hearts, and the king of spades, that's a pretty good hand. He's gonna. That's only 12, but ace, king, add the queen of diamonds, and it's 14. Or add there are some maximums that he's going to accept that we're going to get too high, and there were only a couple maximums that I found that we could make slam. So I just decided, let me just go low. I only have 13, and he's 11 to 15. Chances are that the other table is just going to go like a heart of spade, 2 spades, 4 spades, or a heart of spade, 3 spades, 4 spades. So that's where I was.
First of all, I wanted to say thank you, Gavin, for playing Flannery, because it makes me very, very happy. and yeah, I think Gavin described his position very well, and there was no way to get it from my side at this point.
What would 4 spades have been directly over the 3 club?
Conventional. We play 4 clubs as a transfer to 4 diamonds to show slam tries. 4 diamonds is a transfer to 4 hearts to sign off. And 4 spades and higher are key card in the 4 suits in order of importance.
Wow, you remembered all that. All right, let's play tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even have to look at my notes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's called, I think Rodwell might have invented it. It's I don't know the name of it, RKC or something, but it comes up often on like these kind of Flannery auctions, or if you open a 1-0 and you show a 4x1 hand, and there's some other situations where 4 clubs is going to show all slam tries and 4 diamonds is going to be sign-offs.
Yeah, the characteristics are a game-forcing hand where there isn't enough room to set trumps, and there's a bunch of suits that you might have as trumps, where you find out about one person's exact shape at some point. The most common standard auction that this would come up in is like a force-suit forcing auction, where at some point, like, opener opens a suit, responder responds, opener bids a second suit, responder bids force-suit forcing, and opener bids a third suit showing 5-4-3-1. That would be the most common situation where you're showing for a normal partnership that doesn't play any special conventions that lead you to these auctions. That would be where partner, especially when partner fits responders, opener fits responder suit. You could have so many places you could play and you need to set trumps. Yeah, that was a really confusing way of describing the auction that comes up often.
Thanks. Please take us through the play.
I don't remember there being all that much to the play. I won the trump, and the first thing was I won the diamond rather. And the first thing I knew, I needed to get rid of the diamond, one of the diamonds from dummy before I played trumps. So I cashed the ace king of clubs, throwing away one of dummy's diamond losers. Then I don't know. I'm pretty safe here. I have a diamond loser, and so I have to decide whether I can afford to potentially lose 2 spade tricks. Since I only had 1 diamond loser and no heart losers, and I could afford to lose 2 trump tricks, so I decided to play spades in the best way. The best way to take the maximum number of tricks, and that's by leading a spade to the queen. If losing to a singleton king of spades would have potentially cost a contract, and I needed to limit my spade losers to 1 loser, I could have cashed the ace of spades and played a spade up, but then I have other business to take care of also on this hand by roughing a diamond first. Not worth it, so I just went to dummy to take a trump finesse.
Okay. And the king showed up, and
then it was over.
And then it looks like the hand's over. Well, let me just step through the rest then. And we just have a claim. Okay, 11 tricks plus 650. And in the challengers table, North-South also reached 4 spades, although no flannery. Greg, first question to you. Did you have any consideration for preempting favorable 3 clubs on this hand?
Sure, it was something I considered. I mean, partner's a passed hand, so even if this doesn't meet a normal 3 club bid, I could still take some liberties. But anytime you have a close decision like this actually reminds me of the previous board. Was I supposed to bid or not over that? And I think on the previous board, I actually made a pretty big mistake by not bidding. But here, I don't like 3 clubs very much. I try to weigh the things that could go wrong versus the things that could go right. And the only thing that can really go right here, I think, is that we can get to a club save when it's right. Because it's not really going to take up enough room that it's going to be hard for the opponents to find a spade fit or anything. I mean, maybe they might miss a slam when they're supposed to have one, but it just doesn't seem that likely to me. But against that, partner could lead a club from king and 1 or ace and 1 when I don't want him to. He could, bid too much. He could, I could get doubled and go for, a number. I don't want to do any of that. So I decided not to. I think if my clubs were a little better, so I wasn't so worried about getting sawed off and going for a big number, I would probably do 3 clubs.
This is like the new discipline Greg Humphreys.
Now you finally beat it into me. Yeah. Gavin's got me to stop opening so light in 3rd seat, and you got me to stop me from bidding 3 clubs on hands like that.
Yeah, to me, 3 clubs is so far from a 3 club bid. There's no almost no upside to the 3 club bid, and it's just when you're non-vol against vol, you really have to be a little worried that partner is going to sacrifice. You just have a terrible hand for sacrificing, and if partner bids 5 clubs, you have all losers. I don't see like there's no I don't like I think it's borderline if my king of spades was the king of clubs, and so that says a lot about whether I think it's a 3 club bid. I take the worst card in the hand and make it the best card for a 3 club bid, and it's still like right there. I mean, I would bid 3 clubs with that hand for sure, but I it's really far.
Yeah. And just as a point to everybody watching, it's really a terrific spot if you have a good hand to preempt 3 clubs, because you're not vulnerable. So if you miss a game, it's not going to be that many imps. Your partner's a passed hand. You might easily push them to get too high, and you have great defense when you have a good hand. So I think when your partner's a passed hand and you're favorable, you should really be looking to preempt with a good hand, forcing the opponents to get too high when you have a lot of defense. And it's a good tactic to keep in mind.
And then they also misplay for some of those cards. They once you already show up with some cards, they don't think you're going to have the other cards.
So the world's kind of onto the move in the declare play area. But yeah, I mean, I feel like more often than not, I'm playing people who preempt to have stuff, preempt opposite a past hand partner to have the stuff rather than not, just because it's it's moving in that direction. But yes, that used to be for sure.
Okay, great. Next, Jason, can you take us through your thinking on the opening lead?
Well, here it looked like they had basically a power auction of 4 spades. I'm looking at Queen Jack third of hearts. That looks pretty terrible. So they're probably going to be able to set up the hard tricks. I got Jack third of trumps. Trumps are splitting here, so seems like we're going to need to get tricks in there fast. And diamonds looks like the suit where I need the leads from partner. So he has an ace or queen of diamonds. This could work out well. And if it seemed like it's unlikely to be the lead that costs if they were going to beat them.
Okay. Anything else to the defense that's worth it, or should I just go ahead and go through and follow the play?
Yeah, I like
that
just
pretty straightforward.
reasoning in his diamond lead. I think it's
Me too. I think both parts.
Okay. So declarer does basically the same thing. Pitches a diamond, drops it, or gives up a diamond. And I think we're going to see a claim pretty shortly. There we go.
That Queen Jack 9 of hearts is just the ugliest holding in the world under the 1 heart bidder when they have a spade fit. It just looks it looks like they're going to run the table.